Hi friends. I know I said I'd be teaching you live today, and instead I'm doing it through the video, and that's because I have some news to share with you. The news is that unfortunately I have to say goodbye to all of you and end my time as your art teacher at Swift River School. This makes me so sad, and I wish it wasn't the case. It's because I have some family needs going on right now that I need to take care of, and unfortunately I can't do both teaching and take care of those family needs. So I've made the hard decision to say goodbye and to teach only 2 more weeks through video. The thing I want you to know is that you all mean so much to me, and you've really inspired me with your artful ways and your art hearts. So for today, I'm going to move on and we're going to teach the lesson, and we're still going to have these 2 weeks together. And then next week, when I see you again, it will be the real goodbye. I will tell you that I'll always accept photographs of your artwork. I will leave my email address with Principal Sullivan, so you can reach out to me if you want to and share some work with me. And of course, if we see each other on the street, it will be so nice to have that art hello. Okay, so moving on. Today, we're going to read a book and do an art project. Hi friends, this book is called Beautiful Oops by Barney Salzberg. Oops! A torn piece of paper. And guys, the book is actually meant to be this way. So it's a silly thing. It's like not that the book was torn, it was meant to be this way. Is just the beginning. So they turn the torn piece of paper into an alligator. Every spill. What could this oops be turned into? Oop. Has lots of possibilities. Isn't that cool? That spill became an elephant, and all these other creatures too. I see dogs and maybe lambs. Bent paper is something to celebrate. So oops becomes a penguin. What other oopses do we see? A little drip of paint, splat, splat. Lets your imagination run wild. Look what those splats became. Isn't that cool? I wonder if you can turn oops into art things. A scrap of paper can be fun to play with. What? Did you guys know this was going to be a dog? Boop. A smudge and a smear. Ready? Can make magic appear. A stain. Uh-oh. This coffee hot chocolate mug left a stain on the paper napkin. I wonder what that could become. Any ideas? If you play with its shape, it has potential. Look at that. If you think about what the inside of that ring, hot chocolate ring, looks like. This artist saw it looked like a frog. I'm wondering what all of you thought it looked like. Holes in your paper are worth exploring. This is a cool, woo! This is the kind of, I wish you were here so you could see it, but here, I'll show you carefully. Look at that. You can see right through like a telescope. Woo! When you think you have made a mistake, ooh, oops, some torn paper in here. Think of it as an opportunity. Do you know what opportunity means? Like you have a chance to make something beautiful. Oh, look, the torn piece of paper is a sheep. Okay, so I love this book so much because so much of my art heart is about turning oopses into art. So our project today is going to be to have you ask your loved one, your caregiver, anyone at home to give you a piece of paper that you can tear up. It can be a newspaper, piece of newspaper, it can be a piece of magazine, it could be an old mail, it could be an old catalog that came in the mail, it can be a piece of like craft paper, like scrap that you just have hanging around. And what I want you to do, and I'm going to show you an example in a minute, I want you to rip a piece of that paper. And then I want you to put it on a piece of paper. Let me see if I have blank paper right here. I should. You're going to put it on a piece of paper. And if you have glue, you're going to glue it down. If you don't have glue, that's okay. You could just leave it there. And then you're going to take a pencil or a fine line or a marker, and you are going to turn this scrap piece of paper. Look what I'm doing. I'm doing it a little bit, woo, tricky because I'm doing it while I'm holding it here. Let's see. I'm going to put a smokestack up here because it's going to be a little vehicle, and I'm going to put a bumper on the back and window. I'm going to draw right on the scrap. You can draw right on there. And I'm going to turn my scrap into a little vehicle, maybe a little train or a little truck. You're going to do the same thing. And you're going to do it again. You can rip another little piece off, and maybe another little piece of scrap. And if you want, you can practice trying to rip so they're not all square. Maybe you can try ripping so it looks a little roundish and see what you get. This is reminding me, like, I could make this, wait a minute. This is making me feel very sailboaty. So I'm gonna put this down, and what you can do is, if you feel like it, you can rip it a little bit more so it really looks a little bit like what you kind of want it to look like. Sometimes as artists, that's part of the oops, right? We're like taking the oops and we're changing it a little bit. Okay, so there's my little bit of paper, and I'm gonna glue it down. I'll show you. Turn it into a sailboat. What beautiful oopses can you make? Watch this little video and then post photos of your artwork on the Google form that's in Google Classroom. Bye, friends.